Hey everyone, welcome back to another Simi Sarah video. Today we are building in Sulani, which is an island living world. I did this speed build as a limited pack speed build, so I only used a few packs instead of, usually I just kind of use whatever I want. So the packs I used for this one was Island Living, of course, because we're in that world. I used Eco Lifestyle, Base Game, and Tiny Living. I know a lot of people have Tiny Living and Eco Lifestyle, and so that's why I chose those two on top of Island Living. If you don't have those, downloading it, this house on the beachfront might not be as smooth, but I'm sure you can make do with whatever you have. So I wanted to use the limited pack build and create this home out on the beach property, kind of creating a vacation home, I probably would say. It could also be used as a residence, but I thought it being on the beach and things like that, it could be some great vacation home that you have for your Sims. This is going to be considered a small home, meaning that you get the perks for having it being small. If you have Eco Lifestyle, I have a greenhouse attached to this house, which I absolutely love. And yeah, so those perks kind of help out with different things. If you haven't ever seen that before, in the left corner when you download a house, if it has the correct amount of tiles, then you can earn like these perks that create different things for your house, such as like lower cost of living and different things like that. So on the exterior, I tried to use the Eco Lifestyle windows. I realized that they looked kind of industrial and I wanted a modern look. So I used the Eco Lifestyle giant sliding door out by the porch. And then I used the Eco Lifestyle doors inside and that exit one right there as well. For the exterior, I took my time on this a little bit and really tried to make it really pop and look special, I would say, especially along the beach. It can be kind of challenging to think what would be along the beach shore. So I make this like almost, I don't know, like private cove with the house. I use this little archway and size it down, and these boulder rocks to kind of create this feeling of a privacy fence or a boundary fence. And I just really like layer it with different bushes and plants, and then I add some nice trees in there. And I think I surprised myself a little bit. I absolutely love the nature and the landscaping outside. Those are debug items, the archway and the rock boulders. So if you're looking for those, that's where you can find those. I also take my time and make sure that I have proper lighting on the outside. I know I mentioned it in previous videos, but you can really make your build stand out and just like be a little bit more special if you add the proper lighting. That was something that my husband and I learned from an actual what would you call them, like not necessarily lawn care, but like outdoor work. We had somebody come and take a look at our property because they were going to help tear out some of these like weed bushes in our area, and he was talking about how using light to light up your house can make a huge difference. It can be really costly, obviously, the more every light that you have, but at least for The Sims, it's quite fun to like imagine spending the money on things like that instead of like basic essentials. So in this build, this is a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom build. We have our kitchen and living room space and dining room space all in this main area. I do try to go with this green on the counters, but I end up swapping it out just because the countertops looked slightly pink and because of the true white fridge and the true white wall. So I didn't really like that. It had a tint of pink. So I end up going with these blue ones because the countertops were a true white and worked much better with the backsplash that I had and the fridge that I picked. I did end up putting that window over there so that the counters wouldn't be like blocking the longer windows. And I tried to get this microwave in there as well to kind of create more of a feeling that this might be more of a summer home because you might not necessarily do as much cooking. If you don't know, this garbage can, while it doesn't have necessarily the best design, it's I believe, an eco lifestyle garbage can and automatically composts or recycles, which is a pretty neat feature for the eco lifestyle playing if you are playing that. So here in the dining room, I work on finding, I use an eco lifestyle table that you can actually fabricate using other like recycled materials. I love these chairs. I'm obsessed with them. I use them in a lot of builds that I do. I think they just have a nice like modern feeling to them without being with a little bit of character to them, basically. I use the sunrise wallpaper to go along with this beach home. And outside, I put some chairs and different things out there later on, which you'll see. But I didn't want to spend a very large sum of money on some like jet skis and things like that because I wanted this to be a home that you could move in quickly if you're trying not to use the sim cheat for money. So I figured if you do have that money or if you do want to use the cheat, you could easily add those jet skis and boats and different things like that. But I chose to leave them out for the sake of those who like to try to go from like rags to riches type of thing, which is like my favorite type of thing to do because I think Sims 4 you can earn money really fast, way faster than any of the other Sims. Or maybe it's not that you earn it a lot faster. And not just that, but like things don't cost as much in The Sims 4. So it's quite easy to get the money you need. Over here on this little window shelf, I add some clutter items and like these books so that we have like a library. And I just really love that bay window type thing where it's like a shelf to like pop out and also have like this not 360, but like a better view of the outside, both to the left and to the right. The living room's pretty simple, 2 nice chairs. We get some pillows and then we put a little TV here. I figure this being a beach home, we're not probably spending all of our time inside with such a gorgeous view, so I didn't think entertainment in that sense was critical to have. I add a little desk here as well with a laptop in case your sim is working from home, and some books here so that you can access your books. And then we're going to head off into our bedroom. I did like see this orange color for the desk and I really I take that and actually take that orange and bring it into the entrance area. I left the entrance kind of nice and large. I thought that was kind of a fun way to do the beach house, especially with like walking through sand. I think in my mind that when you come in with sand, it can get really messy. So I thought a good way to make sure the sand doesn't get everywhere is having a really nice entrance area. Here in the bathroom, I use different debug items like the plunger, and I add in our sink over here with a garbage can. I really try to make sure all my builds have garbage cans since the Sims like they need a garbage can essentially to be able to take out trash and things like that. I have that little storage thing in the corner, which I think worked really well with like this type of doorway. These doors are from Eco Lifestyle as well, because remember, I'm only using a few packs for this, and so these pictures are from Tiny Living. I love that you can change the swatches to make the leaves change and not like just the border. I love that feature about that item. Here I'm going to put the whole bedroom together and suddenly realize that I forgot an entryway from our bedroom to the greenhouse, but I do fix that. It actually turns out like exactly how I was envisioning it. When I realized it, I was like, oh my goodness, I could not believe that I forgot it, but it worked out. I get a mirror in here and a dresser, which I fill up with some clutter that I like kind of like scrounged around for. I get like these clothing items and like a scrolls, like this vase of scrolls, and just some like some books and different things like that to kind of clutter up the shelving units with like what you need. That would be our dresser. I do try to hide it into the wall a little bit there, but I do have to move it out some so it doesn't go into the bathroom. So here I remember I add this archway. I wanted it to go straight into the greenhouse, thinking that like the warmth from the greenhouse could come into the bedroom a little bit as well. Because like the solar power with all of it, I do make the greenhouse like flush with the walls and the exteriors, and I just get some planters in there for your sim to be able to invest in like growth and gardening. Especially with it being on the beach, you probably wouldn't be able to plant these into the sand, so you definitely want to make, well, if you're looking into growing things, you're going to need like dirt and things, so I like the planters there. Here out on the porch, I add a grill, a little table to enjoy food at, and a nice little bench to kind of like look out at the sunset or the sunrise and enjoy the swimming spot. In the bedroom, I end up going back and getting some curtains and different things like that. Curtains always seems to be one of the last things I've been doing recently, partly because I forget, but partly because like I remember that I want to do it, but that they're so specific in color and design and shape that I want to make sure that I have like all my windows set exactly where I want before I like mess around with the curtains. So that's part of the reason I go back and do it later. Here is the lighting that I talk about. I was going to make this very symmetrical like this, and I realized I think I wanted just the tiki torches kind of at the entrance and using smaller little lights that go into the ground there. And then I head back inside and I finish off my entryway. I start with this green in here, but as I mentioned, I do go back and swap it at the very end for the same type of red that is found in the living room at that desk. So that desk is kind of like that burnt orange. So I come back and get the wallpaper to be like that burnt orange as well. And I absolutely love this entryway area. I think just like the overall like aesthetic really like came together really well, especially for just like how it flows into the kitchen and dining room, and trying to make this like a tiny home. You know, keeping it a tiny home can sometimes get like challenging and messy, but in the end I think like the flow and the design of it turned out like really nice, so I love it. So once again, the different packs that I used were Base Game, Eco Lifestyle, Tiny Living, Island Living, and that's it. So we've got like, was that four? Like four, so three really on top of the Base Game one for this build. Yeah. I want to thank you so much for watching my videos. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more. Thank you so much for all your love and support.